Hello, I'm Jonathan Milam, and I have here two marvelous vintage horns. Not one, but two. And I wanted to do a review of these as they were competitors at the time. And a special thanks to a friend in the UK that has enabled me to hold this horn a couple of days longer to make this video. Thank you very much. We have here all the way from 1926. It's a Conn 22, of course it's the B, it's a trumpet. It is a New York Symphony. And then we have here from, I believe it is 36, if I remember correctly. It is the King Liberty, and I think they called this the Liberty 2. Now, I want to take just a moment and show, if I can, the intricate engraving that is on this horn. I made a single video of this and got it too close to the camera. I just don't know if it'll convey. I should put a link up of some pics that I've got on this. But there's engraving on this lovely Conn trumpet, which is, of course, silver plated over the brass, and then gold plating over the silver, since the gold will not adhere directly to the brass. It's said that after making the horns in brass, they would play them, and their finer specimens they would put with silver. And then those that were the extremely fine players, they would use the gold plating for. Not sure whether that's true or not. I've heard it several times, but the way this horn plays, you almost have to believe that. At any rate, intricate engraving all the way from the bell flare. It's got lovely little deco work around the very edge of the bell. It's got the very rare lady in a hat, and then of course the intricate detailing goes all the way up to the top of the crook. So there's a lot of material there, very pretty, highlighted of course by the lady in hat, and the Conn engraving is quite elaborate as well. A very, very fine trumpet. In the previous video that we did, we mentioned the additional tuning slide with the quick change mechanism. And what does strike me as unique is the other horn that I've got here, the King Liberty, also has the same option. You can see these pieces will move here. This center piece will actually remove to give you a different key, and then the valves are marked where you would want to put them in with a different trumpet. This as well, of course, it's got the dark lacquer, but has got quite a bit of Art Deco work on the bottom part of the bell. Very attractive, the King Liberty. I had a video a few months ago that I did of a King Concert Grand Cornet and a Conn Concert Grand Cornet and a King Master Cornet. And those two horns were quite similar, really. Obviously, it appeared to me one had been detailed after the other. But to hold two horns of such vintage together, these being even older, it is such a pleasure, such a pleasure. Their playing style, we won't do a whole lot of scales and stuff, just long tones to give you an idea of the quality. Boy, isn't that pretty. That was the Conn, and we have here the King Liberty. Both of these horns have slightly smaller bells. I believe that the Conn 22, the New York Symphony from 26, I believe that is close to 4 3/4 inches. The King Liberty is definitely a slightly smaller bell. And I did want to point out with the king horn, you do have this unique little band around the trumpet. It is a separate piece, not like the old super, the ring, but it is a separate piece that is on the edge here. Seems to me that the king trumpet has a little more of a piercing tone, while the Conn New York Symphony is somewhat more mellow, but I really felt like you could do pretty much what you like with either one of them. All right, just a little more tootling around. This is the King Liberty. And there you've got your high C. And with the Conn New York Symphony. In the video that I made of this horn, in describing the tone, I simply said it's just what trumpets should be. And I hope you've enjoyed this, just a little bit of playing. But again, we've got the King Liberty from, I believe it was, the mid-30s. And then we have got the New York Symphony Conn from the mid-20s. Great horns, great rivals. It's a little brighter tone, I think. Somewhat more rich tone on this particular Conn would be my feeling. But great horns from long, long ago. I hope you've enjoyed the review. Hope it'll be of benefit to you as you accumulate knowledge. One thing I do want to mention, in the mid-20s, they were not putting pinky hooks on the horns. It does force you to hold the trumpet more properly. And then, of course, you get the more proper valve action as opposed to spreading the hand out like we often do when we get the pinky hook. Just interesting, great horns. And again, hope you've enjoyed our time together. Do have a great day.